Everybody, so today we are going to talk about two electron atoms and vector atom model. So what is two electron atom? In the last lecture we studied about the one electron atom where only one electron contributes to the total angular momentum of the atom. When we talk about two electron atoms, here the total angular momentum of the atoms of the element having two valence electrons outside a nucleus or a closed shell, it constitutes for the total angular momentum of the atom. Like in one electron system, we have one unpaired electron. In case of two electron systems, we have two unpaired electrons or two valence electrons, which will contribute for the total angular momentum of the atom. Because we know that the electrons from the closed shell, they do not contribute to the total angular momentum of the atom. Now, examples are helium, beryllium, magnesium, calcium, strontium, and so on. Now, in two electron atoms, what we have, so suppose I have two electrons, electron 1 and electron 2. So this electron 1 will have orbital angular momentum L1, it will have spin angular momentum S1, and this electron 2 will have orbital angular momentum L2 and spin angular momentum S2. So now when we are talking about two electron systems, we have four momenta basically. So in a two electron atom, we have four momenta, two angular and two spin momenta. We know that L1 it is given by L1 star H cross, S1 it is S1 star H cross, L2 it is L2 star H cross, and S2 it is equals to S2 star H cross. Now we will have to find out the resultant of this four. So these four have to be coupled together to find the total angular momentum vector J, whose magnitude will be given by J, it is equals to J star H cross. Now, how we can combine these four momenta together? So, there are two ways of combining these four vectors. So, the two methods are, one is called as LS coupling and second way it is called as JJ coupling. So, first we will focus on what is LS coupling. So LS coupling, what happens in case of LS coupling? We have orbital angular momentum of first electron, orbital angular momentum of second electron. These two orbital angular moments will first couple together to form their resultant and orbital angular momentum vector L. So L1 and L2 will combine to give us vector L. The interaction between L1 and L2, it is electrostatic and strong. So in LS coupling, orbit-orbit interaction is strong. Now here L1 it is L1 star H cross, L2 it is L2 star H cross. Magnitude of vector L it is given by L star H cross, that is under root of L into L plus 1 H cross. We have seen all these formulas in the earlier class also. Now here this L can take values from L1 plus L2 to magnitude of L1 minus L2. Okay, now here L1 and L2 undergo fast precession because the interaction, orbit-orbit interaction is strong in case of LS coupling. That is how L1 and L2 undergo fast precession, because jitna interaction strong, utna precession will be faster. So L1 and L2 undergo fast precession about vector L. S1, S2 interact very strongly. So in LS coupling, orbit-orbit interaction is strong and spin-spin interaction is also very strong. So this S1 and S2, that is spin angular momentum of electron 1 and electron 2, they two will combine to form the resultant spin angular momentum for the atom. So magnitude of vector S, it is S star H cross, it is equals to under root S into S plus 1 H cross. Now this S can take up two values, S1 plus S2 and S1 minus S2. And we know that value of S1 is equals to S2, that is half. So S can be half plus half, that is 1, or half minus half, that is 0. So capital S, it has two values, 0 and 1. So here what is happening is vector S1 and vector S2, they execute fast precession about vector S, because we know that spin-spin interaction is also strong. So if interaction is strong, the precession will be faster. Now vector L and vector S interact weakly, forming their resultant vector J. That means orbital and spin orbit interaction, it is weak, and that is how LS coupling is taking place. So we have a resultant angular orbital angular momentum, we have resultant spin angular momentum of the two electrons. These two will now combine to form the resultant vector J, and as the interaction is weak, they undergo slow precession about vector. Now we have a quantum number J corresponding to total angular momentum vector J, and it can take values from L plus S to magnitude of L minus S. Now here, what is J? The number of values of J gives the number of substates into which a state for a given electron configuration splits up. So that also we are going to study later on in more detail. Now this is the vector diagram of LS coupling. So here you can see that we have S1 spin angular momentum of first electron, S2 spin angular momentum of second electron. Spin-spin interaction is strong, so they will form their resultant vector S. So there is a fast precession of S1 and S2 about S. Similarly, we have orbital angular momentum L1 of the first electron, orbital angular momentum of the second electron. Orbit-orbit interaction is also strong, so they will undergo fast precession about vector, resultant vector L. So S1, S2 combine to give vector S, L1, L2 combine to give vector L, and now this vector L and vector S will combine to give resultant vector J. So that is what LS coupling is. Now second way in which the four vectors can be coupled so as to form the resultant total angular momentum is JJ coupling. So JJ coupling is observed much less frequently than LS coupling. And here, so in LS coupling, what we learned is spin-spin interaction is strong, orbit-orbit interaction is strong, spin-orbit interaction is weak. In JJ coupling, the spin-orbit interaction is stronger over the spin-spin and orbit-orbit interactions. So interaction between vector L1 and vector S1 is strong, resulting in the formation of vector J1. So L and S will combine to form J1. L1 and S1 will combine to form J1. L2 and S2 will combine to give J2. And then J1 and J2 will combine to give the resultant total momentum. So that is how this JJ coupling is. Now vector L1 and vector S1 undergo fast precession about vector J1 because orbit spin interaction is strong here, and vector L2 and vector S2 about vector J2 again because it is orbit spin interaction. Now vector J1 and vector J2, they interact to give total angular momentum vector J of the atom, and they precess about the vector J. So here you can see the vector diagram of JJ coupling. So we have S1 and L1. L1 and S1, they combine to give vector J1, and L1 and S1, they are precessing fast about the resultant vector J1 because spin orbit interaction is strong in this case. Then we have L2 and S2. These two will combine to give resultant vector J2, and we get the resultant vector J when J1 and J2 combine. So simple, what you have to understand is in LS coupling, L1 and L2 get added to give resultant L, S1 and S2 get added to give resultant S, and then L and S are combining to give you resultant J. Here what is happening, L1 and S1 combining to give J1, L2 and S2 combining to give J2, and then J1, J2 combine to give resultant vector J. So that is how the name also suggests, LS coupling, JJ coupling. Now here J1 takes up two values, L1 plus S1 and L1 minus S1, except when L is equals to 0. And we know that the value of S1 is equals to S2 is equals to half. So J1 can take two values, L1 plus half and L1 minus half. Similarly, J2 can take two values, L2 plus half and L2 minus half. So J takes values from J1 plus J2 to magnitude of J1 minus J2. So, and what is J? J, it gives you the number of substates in which the electronic configuration, it splits up, which we are going to study in detail in the next lecture. Thank you so much.